All right, you're welcome. Once again, I want you to watch a video and I want to respond to that video. Just watch and listen carefully.
This is one of the reasons I said Bible is not sacred. This is one of the reasons I said Bible is not of God. This is one of the reasons I said Bible is a slave master's manual book. So watch this video, and while watching it, be writing down the chapters and the verses so that you can read them in your own time. Then after reading them, after reading, ask yourself, is God capable of endorsing something as absurd as this? Can the loving Father, loving God endorse something as cruel as this? Before you start to talk like Onyebu at school, ask yourself these important questions. Can a loving Father endorse something as cruel as this?
The Christian God's okay with slavery. In the Bible, Leviticus 25:44-46, it states you can buy slaves, treat them as property, bequeath them to your children, and own them for life, and this is inherently problematic. What kind of God would endorse such heinous fundamental violations of principles of human dignity and autonomy? Slavery is something that should be explicitly condemned, not implicitly endorsed.
So let's look at the context and see why it doesn't mean God endorses slavery. So if you are new, please subscribe to this my channel so you can always follow. She can also, so that you can also make her also see it. In Leviticus chapter 25:44-46, it says Israelites could buy slaves from neighboring nations, call them properties, and keep them for life. That sounds harsh in 2025. That's true. But when we value human rights, here are 3 key points we must understand from the passage. Please take note. God was regulating, not commanding or commending slavery. Not at all. Slavery was common in ancient times. Egypt, Babylon, everywhere. It was brutal, with no care for the people. So God's law didn't start slavery at all. So he stepped into it to control it and reduce cruelty in a broken world. So the biblical laws protected servants. You must also know that Israelites couldn't even mistreat their own people. You can see that in Leviticus chapter 25:46. So Hebrew debt servants were freed after 6 years. That you can see in Exodus chapter 21:2. Every 50 years, the Jubilee freed servants and cancels debts. Leviticus 25. So even foreigners or foreign slaves also had right, and kidnapping was punishable. That's in Exodus 21:10. So escaped slavery, you can see it was returned. Slavery were also returned in Deuteronomy chapter 25. Slaves were freed with compensation in Exodus 21:26-25. So this was more like regulated work, not the cruel slavery or the 80s where you have slavery and all that. So the big picture is God opposes oppression. The Exodus shows God freeing his people from Egyptian slavery. So Jesus uplifts the poor, saying the least will be first. In Galatians chapter 3:28 declares everyone slave or free. They are all equal in the sight of God. So the truth is that the Bible pushes for freedom and dignity of all. We must know that. Ms. Akroko, I want to thank you for speaking this loud, but I want you to understand that God's words never encouraged slavery, but rather was to regulate it, because at that time slavery was contextual. The context matters. So what you think, does this change how you read Bible? Please, you can drop it on the comments, but understand that Leviticus was not just about God. You cannot use that to disprove God or kind of rope God into endorsing slavery. No, he wasn't actually endorsing slavery. He was actually trying to regulate it because it was a common norm as far as that time was concerned. And he gave them rules and regulations as it concerns and how slaves will be treated. So they were not treated like as you say or claim in your video. Thank you so much. If you learned anything, please you continue to subscribe, follow for more of it. I have more of a work I'm going to really expose so that she can also understand it from other perspective. Thank you, and God bless you.